Good day everyone, my name is Jaena Pantaleon, and today I am going to talk about a critical area of science and technology development in our country, which is called the Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adaptation Programs. So given the Philippine unique geographic location, these programs are not just about environmentalism. They are foundational to our survival and sustainable development. We will explore how these programs are implemented, their impact, and what we need for the future. So what do we mean by these programs? They aren't just single projects, but a network of interconnected efforts. Their primary aim is to systematically manage disaster risk rather than just responding to disaster as they occur. It is about anticipating and planning for them. This requires a robust, legal framework, which is provided by the Philippine DRRM Act. This law shifted our focus from reactive disaster response to proactive disaster management. So the central goal is very clear: to protect lives, livelihoods, and the environment from disasters. Break it down, and you get the specific, actionable objectives. For example, using technology like advanced Doppler radars from Pag-asa to provide more accurate weather forecasting is a key to science and technology objective. We also want to ensure that every new infrastructure project considers future climate risk. Finally, a major objective is to empower communities to be self-sufficient and ready before, during, and after a disaster. So, how does all of this relate to nation building? Simply put, a nation cannot be built if it is constantly being torn down by disasters. For every peso we spend on prevention and mitigation, we save much more in response and reconstruction costs. By making our critical industries resilient, like agriculture and energy, we ensure that the economy can continue to grow. It is also a question of equity. These programs aim to protect the most vulnerable Filipinos, ensuring they aren't just pushed back into poverty by a disaster. Finally, our leadership in this area strengthens our international partnerships. Okay, the direct, tangible benefits are what make this program so crucial. We see it in the reduction of casualties during large-scale storms because families receive timely and accurate warnings. A farmer who has drought-resistant rice varieties or whose fields are protected by dikes can maintain their income even in difficult seasons. Locally, when a barangay has its own evacuation plan and a rescue team, it means help arrives faster. Ultimately, these programs are about preserving the things we cherish, our families, our homes, and our natural resources, most importantly. Of course, we must be realistic about the challenges we face. While we have excellent national policies, there is an often gap in how they are implemented locally. Some communities still lack basic equipment and training. Data is another big issue. The data might exist, but getting it in a usable format for local planners is still a hurdle. And as always, funding is limited, especially from our local government units. To address these challenges, we must recommend 3 key actions. First, we need to improve data sharing to create a single source of truth for climate risk. Second, we must invest heavily in localized science and technology. This means funding Filipino scientists to create models that are specific to individual regions of our country. Finally, we need to stop thinking about disaster risk management as a side project and make it a core, inseparable part of every single government operation. As a conclusion, these programs are not optional. They are vital for the survival and progress of the Philippines. While significant progress has been made, we must continue to push forward, especially in leveraging science and technology. My call to action for everyone is this: support our scientists, advocate for smart policies in your local government, and take a personal interest in being prepared. Let's work together to make the Philippines a truly resilient nation. Thank you for listening and for your attention. Once again, my name is Jaena Pantaleon and I am from BSHM 302E.